Be me, 23, art student, final year, dyed hair, tote bag full of sketchbooks, very online, staunch feminist. My whole identity revolves around it. Spend my days in heated Twitter debates and late-night Discord call-outs. Senior thesis equals series of loud, subversive paintings about women breaking chains. Convinced I'm shaking the system with every brush stroke. Enter Ben, mechanic, spends days in a garage, always smells faintly of oil and coffee. Grease under fingernails, hoodie with burn marks, hands rough but steady. Doesn't say much, just nods a lot, listens. My friends instantly. Red flag, he's probably a misogynist. They ask if he's even read bell hooks. I laugh it off, say I'm deconstructing his internalized patriarchy as a joke. But a tiny part of me kinda believes it. Start hanging out more anyway. He's different. Doesn't argue when I rant, just listens. When my faucet leaks, he just fixes it. Doesn't even make a thing out of it. When my bike chain slips, he fixing it and shows me how to do it myself. Now you'll know next time, he says. No condescension, no mansplaining. Just help. My feminist friend's horrified. He's making you dependent, performing patriarchal acts of service. Me, laugh out loud maybe, but also, when was the last time anyone just took care of me, without strings attached? First crack in the armor, and I don't know what to do with it. Few weeks into dating Ben, my friends keep side-eyeing every time I mention him. Girl, he literally works in a garage. He's not enlightened. Me, whatever. He listens more than half the guys in gender studies. One night after a long day in the studio, we grab cheap takeout. Sit on the hood of his car, sky turning orange-pink like a movie scene. I start rambling about my thesis again, about tearing down oppressive structures with paint. He doesn't interrupt, just hands me fries and listens. Then I ask him, half joking, "So, what's your big dream, Mr. Mechanic?" He shrugs, takes a sip of soda, says, "A wife, couple of kids, maybe a house I fix up myself." Brain.exe has stopped working. This is literally everything I've been conditioned to reject. Nuclear family equals oppression 101. I press him like, "But what if your wife wants a career? What if she doesn't want kids?" He doesn't flinch, just looks at me, calm, like he already thought about it. Then we figure it out. It's not about what I want. It's about what we build together. What we build together. The phrase sticks in my head like a nail in wood. I laugh it off in the moment, but inside I'm spiraling. For years I thought family, cage. But the way he said it, it sounded more like a project, a choice, even partnership. Walk home that night with greasy fries on my hands and a crack in my worldview. Feminism had prepared me for arguments, not for someone quietly making me feel safe. Next week, girls' night with my feminist crew. Wine, vegan cheese, endless discourse. Someone asks how things are with Ben. I smile, say he's sweet, fixed my bike, taught me how to change a belt in my car. Silence dot, EMP3. Friend 1. Classic conditioning. He's making you dependent so you'll need him. Friend 2. Acts of service equals patriarchal manipulation. Wake up. Friend 3. He literally said he wants a wife and kids. That's a walking red flag. I laugh nervously, sip wine, try to explain. But it doesn't feel like control. It feels like being cared for. Instantly feels like I just confessed a crime. Friend 1, that's internalized misogyny talking. Friend 2, you're setting the movement back by decades. Their voices overlap, sharper with every word. Suddenly, it's not girls' night. It's a tribunal. Realize they don't want to hear my experience. They want me to conform to their script. Leave early, claim I have an early class. Walk home buzzing with questions. Why do I feel safer with a quiet guy from a garage than with my own sisters in arms? Lie in bed that night, scrolling Twitter threads about radical solidarity. Everything reads like the same recycled anger. Meanwhile, I keep replaying Ben's calm voice in my head. It's about what we build together. Start wondering, what if building is stronger than destroying? Can't stop overthinking after that wine night interrogation. Every group chat with them feels like walking on eggshells. If I don't rage about the patriarchy for 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, I'm falling off. One night doom scrolling, stumble on an article by a woman critiquing mainstream feminism. Normally I'd close it instantly, report, block, ratio. This time, I read. She writes about family not as oppression, but as resilience, about motherhood as strength, partnership as balance. Feels like contraband, like I'm reading from the enemy's playbook, but instead of anger, I feel relief. Keep going down the rabbit hole. Essays, blogs, even an old forum with women talking about being fulfilled as wives and moms. Everything I was taught to roll my eyes at. But late at night, with my laptop glow and a mug of cheap tea, it feels soothing. I shut my laptop fast whenever roommates walk in, like I'm hiding porn. But it's just words about love, stability, building a home. Start noticing I'm exhausted from being angry all the time. Shouting on the internet, call-outs, protests that end in everyone hating each other. Meanwhile, in the real world, Ben is literally under my sink, fixing a pipe. Zero discourse, just action. Realize I've been fighting shadows while he's quietly building. Start thinking maybe I don't want to burn everything down. Maybe I want to hold on to something. Girls' brunch on Sunday, supposed to be chill. Conversation turns to relationships. They're swapping horror stories about men, all trash chorus. I casually mention Ben made me dinner after a long studio night. Mistake.jpg. Friend 1. He's grooming you into domesticity. Friend 2, you're literally sleeping with the oppressor. Friend 3, dead serious. This is betrayal of the sisterhood. Betrayal.png. I try to laugh it off, say, he's just a good guy. I feel safe with him. Safe equals forbidden word. They pounce, voices overlapping again, sharper, angrier. You sound brainwashed. Do you hear yourself? You're parroting tradwife rhetoric. If you stay with him, don't bother coming to the next protest. The air feels heavy, like I'm on trial for treason. Something in me just snaps. Maybe I don't want to be angry every second of my life. Silence.exe. They stare like I grew a second head. Friend 1 whispers, wow, you really chose a man over us. I leave, my hands shaking, heart pounding. Walking home, all I can think is, if my sisters will cut me off for being happy, were they ever really my friends? Unlocked door, smell of motor oil from Ben's latest project. He looks up from the floor, grins, says, hey. That one word feels warmer than the whole brunch table combined. Brain still buzzing after brunch tribunal. My so-called friends basically excommunicated me, all because I said I felt safe with a guy. Dramatic much? Spend whole walk home replaying their faces, the tone, the disgust. They didn't look hurt, they looked betrayed. Like I was property of the movement and I broke contract. By the time I reach my place, I'm half shaking, half numb. Open the door. Ben sitting cross-legged on the floor, cleaning the starter brush. His hair messy. He looks up, just smiles. Hey, you okay? Tears doddicks. Sit down next to him, can't even hold it in. Spill everything. The fight, the accusations, how drained I feel. Expect him to roll his eyes or give me some smug told you so. Instead, he just listens. Really listens. No interruptions, no judgment, just quiet nods. Finally, I choke out. I'm so tired of being angry, of feeling like I owe my rage to someone. Silence. Then he says, so stop owing. Live how you want, not how they want. Simple, steady, like a hammer hitting the nail. Something inside me unclenches. For once I don't feel like I'm failing anyone, just choosing. Few weeks later, Ben drags me to this giant car swap meet on the edge of town. Rows of old hoods, busted engines, greasy parts stacked everywhere. Smells like gasoline and fried food. My friends would call it Toxic Masculinity Festival. But honestly, it's kind of fun. He's in his element, talking with random old guys about carburetors and torque like it's a secret language. I just trail behind with a lemonade, watching him light up in a way I've never seen before. Realize this is his version of an art gallery. Rusty bolts equals my paintbrushes. At one point, he finds some rare alternator piece. Eyes actually sparkle like a kid on Christmas. He explains how it'll help him restore some project car he's been fixing in his garage. I nod like I understand 5% of what he said. But the enthusiasm is contagious. Later, he thanks me for coming, says most girls he's known would have been bored. I tell him honestly, I like seeing you happy, doesn't matter what it is. He pauses, gives me that small, crooked smile. Feels like I just won something bigger than any debate I've ever had. Be me. 24, art grad, still tangled between two worlds. One side, friends turned cult, shrieking betrayal every time I breathe wrong. Other side, Ben, guy who just exists in peace. Keep getting texts from the girls. One says I'm brainwashed. Another says I'm a disgrace to womankind. Feels less like solidarity, more like a tribunal. Can't even drink coffee without opening my phone and finding 10 angry paragraphs. One evening, we're at Ben's place. He's fixing some secondhand speakers he bought for cheap. I'm just watching him with a glass of wine. Realize the absurd contrast. My friends yelling in group chat about dismantling capitalism. This man soldering wires so we can listen to Fleetwood Mac together. Which one feels more like home? Finally snap. Type one last message in the group chat. I'm done. Don't contact me again. Hit send. Muted notifications. Deleted chat. My chest feels like it lost 20 pounds instantly. Look over at Ben. He notices my face. Asks if I'm okay. I laugh a little, almost cry. Yeah. For the first time, I think I am. He doesn't say anything dramatic, just nods, plugs in the speaker, music fills the room. We sit there, no politics, no manifestos, just quiet company. My face when I realize I've been fighting battles that never mattered. My face when I finally chose peace over performance. Months later. No more doom-scrolling arguments, no more sisterhood, group chats tearing each other apart. Just quiet mornings, greasy afternoons in the garage, and evenings that actually feel like mine. Ben's still the same. He spends weekends buried in engine parts, fixing up an old motorcycle he bought cheap. I sit nearby, sketching while he works. Sometimes he'll hand me a wrench and say, "Hold this," like I'm part of the project too. We don't need to talk much. The sound of tools and radio music fills the silence. My art's shifted. No longer angry red fists. Now it's soft sketches of light on chrome, grease-stained hands, a guy lost in focus. People at a small gallery called it intimate realism. I just call it finally being real. One night he rolls the bike out of the garage. Engine sputters, then roars to life. The grin on his face is boyish, unguarded. He pats the seat, tells me to hop on. We ride through empty streets under yellow streetlights, wind in my hair. In that moment, I realize. This is what I was searching for all along. Not another fight, not another manifesto, but someone to build with, mile by mile, life by life. My face when happiness wasn't destruction, it was creation all along.